Hi everyone, my name is Naroga Esther, and with me I have my colleagues. There is a lady, there are gentlemen. We are from Footprint of Freedom, and it's easier to build strong children than repairing a broken man. We know that human trafficking has become one of the global crime that is affecting millions of people worldwide. There are very many people that are falling victims of human trafficking, maybe because they know or they do not know. So here we are as Footprint of Freedom. We have a book that we launched. It's called Safe Footprints. This is a kid's guide that helps children to stay safe online and offline. It's having different things that we have detailed for you. We have talked about what is human trafficking in general, child trafficking in general. We have talked about the different signs, the indicators of human trafficking, and the most interesting part of it, we've also talked about the different forms of human trafficking and how or where you can report in case you fall a victim. So, as I told you that with me, I have my colleagues. All of them are going to be telling us, they are going to be giving us their opinions. What do you think? And it is going to be so helpful, and we know that it's already helpful because we have used it and we've seen results that are working for
Yeah.
us. So on my right I have Felista. What do you think, oh, how do you think this book, Self Footprints, how do you think it's going to help, or how do you think it helps me, you, other children worldwide? How do you think it's going to help them stay safe?
Oh, wow, wow, Esther. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a very beautiful book, a very educative book. I like it, and I know everyone will like it. Just in case someone has not yet read it, they will still like it because it is a safeguard. Yeah. So when you look at this book here, we have explained, or in this book, they have explained what human trafficking is. Very many children fall victims to human trafficking,
True.
not because it does not exist or something, but they fall victim to human trafficking because they do not know that it exists. They are ignorant about human trafficking. Yes. So you find that Footprint has moved in different schools. We have visited very many schools around the country here in Uganda, and we are taking these books to the schools for free, by the way. They are not paying. These books help teachers teach their school pupils or children on what human trafficking is. Even a child can read it on her or his own because the English is very simple. It is in the book is engaging. It helps them understand what human trafficking is. They get to know that the end result of human trafficking is exploitation. Yes,
Mm.
as you know, globally, very many children are vulnerable to human trafficking. So, through this book, we can safeguard our children. I really recommend schools, I recommend everyone to have a copy. It's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Felista. I really like your opinion, and that has been her opinion. On my left, Faisal, what do you think? Apart from her opinion, as you a person, how do you think this book is helpful to all of us?
Thank you so much, Esther. It's a pleasure for us here today that we are discussing all-in-one powerful tool, which is the Kids Guide. When I was reading through the Kids Guide, I learned about the signs, the warning signs that really actually indicate that something is not right for
Exactly.
our children, and some of them are if someone offers a child free gifts free of charge,
Yeah.
and actually it is more bad if a child doesn't know that person. That is one of the warning signs actually.
Yeah.
And if someone tells a child a secret and tells that child not to share it to anyone else, it is one of
Mm.
the warning signs.
Yeah.
So I think the kids guide is a powerful tool to not only our children
Yeah.
but also the teachers and the parents to to help them guide our children, teach them all about those warning signs so that
Yeah.
they don't fall prey of victims of human trafficking.
Excellent. Yeah.
Wow. By the way, talking about those warning signs and everything, do you know that we have children or we have people that actually got married early because of those signs, because someone offered them a
Yeah.
dress, somebody gave them a sweet, and then that person told them, don't tell your parents, don't tell this. So because of that too much fear, the child will be like, I need to get married to this person because that is the only way I can actually pay what he has invested in me. I mean, how
Yeah.
can a stranger just give you a sweet and
I
expect that
know.
everything is going to be yeah, that everything is just going to be left there. So early marriage is one of the forms of human trafficking that we
Yeah.
have talked about in our book. When you're reading it, it is going to show you the different forms that we've talked about. So
Yeah.
talking about that early marriage, we've seen that they get married because of different things. So Rashid, what do you think? Which opinion do you have when someone tells you about this early marriage? How do you think that this early marriage has even affected different girls outside there?
Thank you, Esther. Talking of early marriage, sometimes in our communities,
Yeah.
we see young girls being married even before they even turn 18.
True.
Exactly.
That's what we call early marriage.
Yeah.
It
Mm,
looks like normal to some, but it is actually puts the child in danger.
Exactly.
mm.
Yeah, come to think of it, Esther. Apart from early marriage, in this book we have introduced or we have explained very many forms of human trafficking that children really fall victims to. For example, domestic servitude. People think domestic servitude actually ends with the big people that 18 and above, the so-called
Yes.
adults. But then domestic servitude is also happening to the children out there. Very many of them, I've really seen this in Uganda, and it is rampantly happening. That a child can be transported from Jinja to Kampala, and then that person bringing you to Kampala will tell you, or she or he will convince your parents, I am taking your child to Kampala. I'm going to take care of this child. I just want her to help me do some little domestic work, but then I will pay the school fees. I will do everything. But then this is all deceiving someone. So in this book, we get to understand that even children can be transported um, from one village to another. They can be coerced into domestic servitude. The moment a child is brought from the village and brought to town, trust me, that those promises end when you get into a taxi.
They just end
Oh,
on the way.
exactly. When you get into a car,
That's
that is the
right.
end of the promises. The moment you're in Kampala and you're in that person's house, you've become a maid, my dear. So we have seen very many cases of that. We have
Yes.
seen it happening. And there is also another form of trafficking that I would love to let out that is in this book. There is street begging. Uh, it is mostly in Karamajong. They carry children from Kejong, bring them this side, they put them on streets. But then it also it happens to the PW, is it PW?
Yes.
DS,
Yes.
persons with disability.
Yeah.
Most of the children that you see on the streets of Kampala that are disabled, those
Mm,
children are not there by choice.
wow.
That now let me go and beg.
Mm,
These children are being carried from Karamajong, from different districts far away to come to Kampala and do that. And trust me, the moment the perpetrator brings you, they will tell you, I put you here today, you and you. You're not coming back to my house without money. So they make sure they get money so that they can go back and be in good terms with the perpetrator. So those are some of the forms that are really, really explained in this book. So self footprint is really an educative book.
wow.
I
I
love
actually
it.
like the fact when you say
Yes,
that these people they get them from somewhere else. And just even before you reach where they are taking you,
the
those promises have
promises.
just ended on the way.
Thank you.
So
They
I
end
just
there.
really like the fact
Yes.
on how you've said it, because
Yeah.
I mean you're bringing me to school, and the moment I step into that bus For you already have your other
The moment you
plans.
step into the bus, the color has to change. If I was brown, I turn black.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. Self footprints is going to create change. It's going to help people
Yes.
know all these things. And talking about all those things, you've talked
Mm.
about those kids that they can get from Karamoja,
Yes.
Karamajong, and they are promising they are going to take them to school, and the end result of it all, they are just taken to the streets. Talking about them, let's
Mm.
assume I am a girl, I am a child. They
Yeah.
got from Karamoja and they have told me, you're going
Yeah.
to go to school. And when I reach here, they are telling me, do this. I am taking care of my siblings. I am doing work that is not even my age. I
Yeah.
am doing things that, but actually, I'm doing them in the time where I'm supposed to be
Be
at
at
school.
school.
So,
Yeah.
how do you help me as a person? How do you, what, with this kids guide, how do you
Mm.
think it can help me as a child? They told that I'm going to school. How do you think
Mm.
I can be able to run for my rights? Or how do you think I can report? How will I get rescue from everything like
Exactly.
this? So,
By the way.
Faizo, what do you think about that?
Well, thank you so much, Esther, once again.
Yeah.
According to the all-in-one guide, which is the kids guide,
Yeah.
well-described information on how a child can help him or herself. Everything is in the guide. Like a child can report to police, a
Yeah.
child can report to religious leaders,
Yeah.
a child can report to local leaders like the LC ones, that the defense, all that. The
Mm.
child can also reach out to Footprint of Freedom, us,
Exactly. I love
because we are
that.
in the lead
Yes.
of fighting for children
Yeah.
and their rights. A child can report to trusted elders like their
Yeah.
parents, their guardians, all that. So a child, everyone has to get a kid's guide copy and read through. It is all in one.
Exactly.
Actually.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Faizo. I really like the fact that this book is so powerful. It's actually a powerful tool. For me who read it and someone who is planning to read it, you're just actually too late. So
Powerful
you need
resource.
to read this powerful
You
resource.
shouldn't miss out.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
just
shouldn't. I
let.
mean,
You
how
shouldn't
can
miss
you
out
miss
on
out this
this.
powerful tool?
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
is so powerful that even a child, I just like the fact that
And
you say that even the language, even
yeah,
a child can be able to
it's
read
the
what
Can
is
language
even
is
here.
very
understand.
simple.
The language is
Yes.
very
A
simple.
child can P1
Wow.
to lower primary, upper primary, they all can read this.
Yes.
So the language is very simple, engaging,
Mm.
interactive.
Wow. Even the illustrations that are there, we use illustration
Uh-huh.
that are for kids. So talking about all
Pictures.
this,
Yes.
we've seen human trafficking. I've seen you people talked about the different forms of human trafficking. We've
Yeah.
talked about the signs and the indicators. And Rashid, what do you think? Just give us the overview
Yeah.
of this book, the overall overview, in just your opinion, the
Yeah.
overall overview of this book.
Well, thank you, Esther, once again. As parents, teachers, and guardians, one of our biggest responsibilities is to protect our children,
Yeah.
not just physically,
Yeah.
but emotionally and mentally too.
Yeah.
That's where the self-footprint guidebook becomes so important.
Yeah.
Mm.
This guide is not just a book;
Yeah.
it's a life-saving tool.
I love
Wow.
that.
It helps children to understand their rights, their boundaries, and most importantly, how to protect themselves um, from harms, whether it's from strangers, online dangers,
Yeah.
um, or even people close to them.
Yeah.
Many people grow up in many children grow up in silence, not knowing that certain actions are wrong simply because no one never taught them.
Exactly.
This book speaks this book speaks language with simple explanations,
Mm.
drawings, and real life examples. It
Continue.
teaches them
Yeah.
when to say no, how to ask for help,
Wow.
and who to trust.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
interesting. And
What a book.
yeah, that is so interesting. And you know, the most exciting part of this is
Mm.
these resources are free. book. We have made this book free because we want everyone to have it. So
Yes.
if you want this book, if you want Safe Footprint, just get access from our social media platforms. You can reach out to us on info.footprinttofreedom.org. That's our website.
Yeah.
Just feel free to call us, and wherever you are, we shall make sure that this book reaches to you, because it is so powerful, it is so good, it is going to change this world.
Life
Yeah, it
changing.
is not, when someone reads it, for us, we know the way we have packaged it, that it won't be easy for someone to be lured into a false dream. So
Yes.
just get yourself a copy and just enjoy the bit of it.
To our viewers out there, get yourself a copy and start a conversation.
Get yourself a copy, don't be exploited.
Get yourself a copy. Break the ignorance.
Get yourself a copy, not the right thing.